Alright, hey, welcome back to Car Talks, where I rant, ramble, rave, and word vomit my thoughts on training, life, and fitness. I feel like I just take these really big sighs sometimes when I say that. I don't know why. Anyway, thinking a little about this morning, unilateral exercises and bilateral exercises, and kind of going to briefly go over an experiment that I tried a couple years ago, and it's on YouTube. You can find, it's called a Unilateral Everything. It was a 16-week, really a 15-episode training week kind of deal that I did back in 2018, where I only did all my primary deadlifting and squatting exercises on a single leg. And I want to go over why that's really important, because when a lot of times we see people get married these ideologies, they get married to single leg work. You know, they're, instead of doing a regular squat, they do split squats, or vice versa. It's like, I'm always like back squat till you die kind of people, or deadlift till you die kind of people, trap bars versus straight bars. They get in all these arguments, and we need to understand specifically unilateral training. There's some really great benefits to it, and there are some great drawbacks, I think, to it. And you know, at some point, the way that I realized when I did a 3-month cycle, and this is, you know, in conjunction with Olympic lifts, what happened when I did all unilateral training, right? And one of the cool things about unilateral exercises, I'm going to kind of praise them here, won't go into the downsides today, but looking at how it increases motor recruitment, right, or muscle fiber recruitment, because that was one of the big things I noticed. When I did 16 weeks, I kind of went through this process. I tested where my front squat was, my back squat, and my deadlift were. And then I only did single leg variations of those 3 strength movements and tried to push the limits on what I could do on those. And one of the things I noticed is that the overall contraction, or the strength of maximal contraction that I could get, specifically in my quads and hamstrings, shot through the roof, right? I was able to recruit more muscle fibers. However, my overall strength didn't go up when I went to test. Now, obviously we have to look at specificity of a test. I didn't front squat for 3 months. I didn't back squat for 3 months, but those numbers didn't go anywhere. What was the big thing though? My joints did not hurt as much. And I think that's something to take away, right? If we really look at functional movement, you can't really do functional movement without doing single arm, single leg, or like unilaterally loaded exercises, right? We have to challenge the body to be able to manage those loads. And if you really look at the gait cycle, I mean, the gait cycle is one of the most functional things we can do. And so it goes to kind of one of those things that I've started to adapt my training to now. Unilateral exercise is probably one of the more beneficial things we can do for overall health. And while it may not be the, you know, you might not be able to push the most load, especially if you're trying to perform or trying to move very healthily, it's probably one of the better things you can do. I'm kind of rambling here because it just kind of came to my mind, and I think it's just one of those things that if we're really looking to try to increase maximal muscle contractions, if we go unilateral for a lot of stuff, I really think that we can get a really great benefit out of that. Get a really great benefit out of that, and really can improve some performance that way. So just something for you to think about this morning. Until next time, we'll see you in the passenger seat.